What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Burgers with Eric podcast. My name is Stephen James, your host. To my right is the Big Moose, the Airbnb King of South Florida, the EWG, the Dime Store, Dan Bilzerian, Eric Weingart.
What it is.
Was that pronunciation better for you or
I think so.
Much
good.
better.
Very good.
It's about clarity. So, my friends, we've taken some time off, and that's our fault because we actually have 3 other episodes recorded and had camera malfunctions and just stupid errors. And this is, that's what happens when you get busy lifestyle, bro.
We are imbeciles. Let's just be honest.
Some of it's just pure stupid.
Yeah.
We
didn't even, just so you guys know, we didn't even hit record last week. And neither one of us thought to ask the other one, hey, did you hit record?
Nope. The answer is no. But that's okay. I'll try to put those out on Spotify because I have the audio. But, we'll put them out as XX bonuses. Speaking of XXX, my hat is from the Stitched store in Las Vegas at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. Tremendous because the affiliate summit is coming up in January, and we're making our plans to go out there for the 16th year in a row, bro. I haven't missed it since 2008.
Work or party?
That's all synonymous in our line of work, man.
Altogether.
Since probably 2015, it's been more work related and less, blackout stupid. That's what happens when you get over 38 years old, bro. You can't do it no more. But, guys, today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the Buffalo Bills and their recent struggles. Eric's been doing some cold plunge therapy after his very intense workouts, and we'll hear from Eric about what those results look like. Uncle Steve did a stretch zone session the other day, and I have great news to report on that. It's tremendous. This week, we had some special elections in Pennsylvania. And where was the other spot? Wisconsin?
Oh, gosh, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. And there's some very interesting / disturbing results from those. The crypto market is starting to light itself on fire, which is good news for anybody still holding the bag. And we'll talk about that and what some of these, altcoins are doing, like Chainlink. And then, me and Eric were talking yesterday about have all of the elections since, in my opinion, maybe Ronald Reagan, been rigged. And, the text thread that we had going yesterday with him and I last night, it actually makes a little bit of sense, dude. And we'll just start with this.
Go ahead.
Because, what's going on with, those Pennsylvania voting machines, I'll let Eric tell you what he saw. I know you sent it to me, but, some of this shit is just unbelievable, bro.
Well, apparently, and it's funny because when you look at the mainstream news, they're not covering this like crazy. However, apparently the machines were literally reporting the exact opposite information. So if you voted for Joe, it means you voted for Jim. So every single vote was literally registering as the opposite thing. And, and once again, I'm not here you go, I told you,
right.
Donald Trump's election was rigged.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, and I think Steve's going to allude to this as well, dude, we are fucked. And I tried this, okay? The whole system is clearly corrupt.
Like, look past your hatred for Orange Man for a minute. Like, you can't sit here and tell me that something doesn't feel wrong about what's going on here. But you know what, dude? I think it's just pure ignorance. Like, one of my neighbors is extremely left-leaning. And I'm polite with him because, he's an older gentleman, super nice, like loves our kids, just super nice guy, right? So the other day we're out there walking the kids and I was talking to him about stuff. Bro, he didn't even know who AOC is. Yet he will staunchly vote against Donald Trump. Like, dude, you don't even know what's going on in your party. Like, the Matt Gaetz got caught up in some fucking underage sex thing. Nobody even knows if it's true. That may have been disinformation as well. Point is, Matt Gaetz isn't out there saying ridiculous shit all day long. Some of these people are just blind, dude. They've never been exposed to what their party is actually doing, and it's fucking crazy. So the theory was, right, if we break down what each presidency since Ronald Reagan got us, okay, the picture starts to become really fucking clear. With the understanding that the WEF, World Economic Forum, and the general and New World Order mandate that these things have, it starts to make perfect sense. So think about it. Right after Ronald Reagan, you had what? George Bush 1, right?
Correct. Yeah, for 8 years.
What happened under George Bush 1?
George Bush 1, 80 to 88. I guess I'm not sure where you're going with it, but
The first Iraq War.
okay. Oh no, he was okay. So 80 to 88 was Kennedy. He was vice president, or not Kennedy. I'm sorry, Reagan.
Yeah.
And then he was vice president.
Correct.
My bad. Okay,
Correct.
88 to 92.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. I had my dates. Yeah. Okay, you're right. Yeah. The Iraq War and
Correct.
our beloved Buffalo Bills.
Correct.
Played in the Super Bowl. They're
know.
both red, white, and blue teams.
I know.
Odd.
Oh, I know. Same thing with the Patriots in 2001, by the way.
Yeah. Suspicious.
Yeah, crazy. So George Bush 1, not only was he the head of the CIA at one point, CIA works very closely with these shadow organizations, right? So that's who's really running the country if you're paying attention. So what happened was we had to go in and stop Saddam Hussein from spreading whatever fucking into Kuwait.
Weapon.
Yeah, the first one was the
88 to 92.
Kuwait invasion. Right now, think about it. In 1990, there wasn't no social media. There wasn't no fucking cameras in everybody's hands. We don't really know if the Iraqi army, which was fucking pathetic at the time, actually invaded Kuwait. That might have just been a fucking story.
Very true.
So what was the first thing that happened? He goes in and invades. What is that? That is the first destabilization of the Middle East. Okay. Where does all the oil money go? To the Middle East. Jordan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, all of these oil producing nations, right? Okay. So George Bush 1 destabilizes the Middle East. Then after George Bush was who? Bill Clinton. What was Bill Clinton's major quote unquote achievement? Besides getting a blowjob under the Oval Office desk.
Clinton's major achievement. I obviously a lot of things come to mind, but obviously I know you're looking for something specific. I don't know specifically what you're looking
NAFTA, North American Free Trade Treaty, right? Globalization. Now all of a sudden the world shrinks. America is being weakened financially by these trade deals. Okay, after Clinton, who really didn't do much in terms of war. He sent a couple of cruise missiles, but that was about it. After Bill Clinton was...
You know what's interesting about Bill Clinton, by the way? It's interesting because even right-wing people seem to kind of like him a little bit.
Yeah, he was very charming.
But
again, no social media, no speed of information in 96, right? When was he elected? 93?
92, it must have been.
92
to 2000, yeah.
Way pre-internet, okay? Now, all we saw was them parading him around Saturday Night Live, playing the saxophone, good-looking governor from Arkansas. Oh, look at all that good he did. Dude, if you actually know what that guy did in Arkansas and that information was out like today, like if the Bill Clinton of 1992 were to run in 2023, ain't no fucking way. Guy was crooked as shit. So Bush destabilized.
Yep. Clinton, NAFTA, and then obviously, 9/11 happens during George Bush 2.
Correct. And what did we get out of 9/11?
Yeah, we've said this several times. Patriot Act, basically a license to do whatever the government wants to do for the safety of our country.
Correct. The loss of privacy for private citizens with their information, and we become a surveillance state. So now think about what we've got. We've got a destabilized region where all of our oil money is going to keep this country running with oil. Bill Clinton makes sure that the economics are on a global scale, weakening the United States financially. Bush 2 comes in and weakens our privacy and our autonomy as citizens. Okay, what happens after Bush? Obama.
Change. He ran on change.
So what happens with Obama?
Specifically in terms of where your brain is going, '08 to 2016. Well, I mean, you did have the financial crisis, number one. And, well, actually, did that happen? Oh, it happened the year prior.
It was
He took
with
office
Bush.
in January.
It was under
okay,
Bush.
it was. Yeah. So he took office in January.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blame that '08 collapse on Obama. I won't. I mean, the guy was a piece of shit, but I'm not blaming that. That collapse happened under Bush too.
And are these things all intentional? Like you know?
Well, I think, again, my basis of training is that fucking movie, right? The Big Short. But
right.
So, I don't know enough to
greed.
speak.
Maybe it's just greed.
Yeah, it's just pure greed and banks being stupid.
Because they know no matter what, they'll get bailed out.
Correct. So where Obama failed us was further social division and weakening of the fabric of society, of our American culture. Was ultimately what he did, plus a lot of globalist bullshit that happened over there. Apologizing in the Middle East, apologizing to Russia, further weakening American standings. Then we get Mr. Trump. Okay? Donald Trump, widely regarded by most of the right as one of the best presidents in history. And again, you may just not be exposed to the fucking mile-long list of good things that Donald Trump actually did, because no one's smart enough to see past his Brooklyn billionaire businessman, real estate developer attitude and personality. Nobody can see through it unless you start thinking critically. And we know that most Americans have an attention span of that of a gnat and an IQ of a fucking third grader. So people that are actually paying attention understand that what he did was great. Now, what was the whole point of this segment were all of the elections rigged? I'm going to say definitively that the Trump one was rigged as well. Why? What did we get as a nation under Donald Trump, regardless of what his policies actually accomplished?
Yeah, more chaos politically. There used to be this term in politics called a moderate. That has completely gone away.
Gone.
You don't even remember that term, right? I never even hear it anymore, right? And you have people all the way to the left, all the way to the right, and we're fighting over some of the dumbest shit we could ever fight over.
Fucking wild, bro.
Meanwhile, they're just laughing, going, they're laughing about a transgender. They're fighting about a transgender. Meanwhile, they're just just their useless policies and their corruption, and they're just continuing to go on about their day while we're fighting over sex change operations.
Absolutely. So what happens under Trump is extreme social division, the rise of Antifa, social chaos, the rise of Black Lives Matter, complete fucking scam, by the way. Like, now that the dust is settled, whatever happened to George Floyd, I mean, it's flat out came out. The guy died of a fentanyl overdose. It's no longer a theory. It's fucking fact. That's what happened. So the news media was complicit in the rise of BLM and the subsequent riots and fires and burnings and all of this shit. Well, the only thing the left ever points to is, January 6th, you invaded the Capitol. Dude, people were let in. They were let in. They were fucking, it was like a tour. But so now think about this. If the Trump election was rigged to put him in, because remember, bro, Hillary Clinton had a 91% chance of winning. Donald Trump had a 1.6% chance of winning. Yeah, something's wrong here, right? Either the polls are so completely fucking wrong, or it was flipped in his favor, much like they're flipping all these smaller elections. And to a larger extent, the 2020 election was 100% rigged in favor of Joe Biden. The graph shows it. At 3 a.m., they stop counting. All of a sudden, they resume. And there's a vertical line for Joe Biden. MIT professors have come out and said there's a 1 in 1 quadrillion chance of it happening that way. So what happened? Nobody wants to believe their own eyes. You don't want to believe what you're seeing simply because you can't look past orange man bad.
Yeah, and they've succeeded at that social division. So.
Correct. Now, what we have under Biden is a combination of everything the past 5 presidents have done. The Middle East is completely fucked up. We weakly withdrew from Afghanistan. There is even more extreme division. Dude, I'm reading comments like, hang these people, like shoot them. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then
Shoot who? Shoot who?
Oh, dude, left, right, whatever.
Oh, shoot the politicians.
Oh, no. Each other.
Each other.
Right. One of the
My
memes
neighbor, who's a Republican,
one of the
blasts
memes,
his head off
100%.
because he drinks Bud Light.
Correct.
And he likes NASCAR.
That's exactly right. People, dude, we are on the brink of civil war, which is ultimately what I think they want. So now we have a completely weakened America, not only financially with this ridiculous inflation, okay, our global standing as a superpower is tremendously weakened. Our military is depleted. It's scattered throughout the entire world. Our leadership is a fucking joke. And yet people, they want us to believe that Kentucky voted a Democrat into office?
Yeah, come on. Hey, you ever been to Kentucky? Okay. Let me help you out. Ain't no Democrats in Kentucky.
Not
I can
one.
promise you that. Okay.
Not one.
There's no major city. These aren't big cities. No. Like, I'm sure Louisville is probably. Right. Ain't no Democrats up in Kentucky. Come on, man.
No. So,
that's crazy.
Okay, what is the next step? I just outlined the last 6 presidents, bro. It's just it's a slow grind weakening of everything in this country. Social fabric, world standing as a superpower, economic collapse. What's going to happen next?
So, not to avoid your question, but I'm going to go even deeper here because you started from 1980. Mm-hmm. Man, you know one president you're forgetting.
Which one?
Nixon.
Okay, tell me more. I don't know much about...
What was his crumpling accomplishment? Getting us off the gold standard.
Ah, that's what he did, yeah.
Getting us off the gold standard. And
sure it was Nixon?
I think it was Nixon, 1972, I believe.
I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
I believe it's 1972.
Yeah, I'll follow your lead, sure.
I believe it's... I could be wrong. Fact check me. Go ahead. 1972, we said, yeah, no reason to back up the dollar with gold. We don't need... Our dollar is so powerful, and basically, if anybody doesn't want to take our dollar, we'll just blow them up anyway. we'll just send a bomb on them. Oh, you don't want to take a dollar? My ass, you won't. We gonna drop some bombs on your ass. Like that's literally what I think it's Nixon, 1972, might be 71. It could.
Yeah, 71. Interesting.
Isn't that wild?
Huh.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say. Let's go back another decade, and that might have been. So here's my thing.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to the Federal Reserve, really,
for sure.
But recent history has all of this stuff accelerated so quickly, man. And they're all corrupt. Every goddamn member of Congress is on the take, dude. It doesn't matter if they have an R, a D, an I, whatever next to their name. They're all crooked.
So to answer your question, what's next, right? Okay, so. What's next? What's next is who do I think is the next president? It's not Biden or Trump.
Well, I'll tell you what.
There's right.
RFK is throwing a gigantic wrench.
If it's a legitimate election, sure.
Right. Right. Okay. Now I'm talking just strictly from polling, right?
Yeah.
RFK Jr. is taking 22% of the vote. Majority of it comes from the right. So it's
now is he technically a Democrat? I think he's technically a Democrat. He hasn't.
Yeah, technically, but he's like a JFK Democrat.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's fascinating. I don't even think he calls himself an independent.
Oh no, he's running as an independent.
Oh, he is. Okay,
yeah,
my bad.
No, it's come out. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I didn't realize that.
Yep, for sure. So
what do you think is next?
If we actually get to the election, because, the nuclear subs are over in the next to Israel now, along with 2 of our aircraft carriers, and we just conducted airstrikes in Syria. We did that.
Let me help you out with something real quick.
Go ahead.
I know this sounds crazy, people, but I got to say this right to the camera. What I want you to do is go look at all that footage Hiroshima, I believe, Nagasaki, however you pronounce it, Hiroshima, however you pronounce it, those atomic bombs, okay? I want you to go look at all those damn houses just blowing up and obliterating, and then I want you to ask yourself, how did the cameraman or the camera stay alive to film that?
They were very far away. Do you think it was fake?
Yes.
What?
There is no such thing as nuclear weapons.
Come on.
I would bet now, are there very very powerful weapons that can do insane damage? But do you
Bro.
No, think about this. Think about this. Do you really think the world is about to go into nuclear war? Let's say there is a nuclear weapon. Hear me out.
Okay.
This is also let's say there is a nuclear weapon. The second one is launched.
Yeah.
From Russia to wherever, us to wherever, then that's the gloves are off and it's time to, everybody's going to unleash them and basically the whole world is destroyed.
Yeah,
who is going to do that?
Madmen.
Man, so unfortunately, even as smart as Steve is, that is the TV and the programming really has you scared to believe nuclear war can happen. It ain't gonna happen.
No, dude, I don't lose a second of fucking sleep.
Go look at that footage. Go look at that footage. Those cameras are closer than you think.
You think so?
Bro, one of them it looks like you can knock on the door.
Come on.
I'm dead serious. The camera just like knock right on the door. It's just all obliterated during Hiroshima and Nagasaki. How did the camera survive? Go look at some of the footage. Go look at some of the footage. It's all fake.
Come on.
It's all fake. It's just like, I'm sorry to burst your bubble.
Okay, so this just
but it's okay. But don't get me wrong. Are there powerful weapons? Of course.
This just requires a different plane of thought. Okay. It goes along with the whole, are the elections all planned? Okay. I can get there. Saying because they need fear to control us and they need us on each side.
Oh my God, we're going to go to war with Russia. Oh my God, nuclear bombs are coming. Buy all the water.
Oh my God, all the kids. Remember, dude, oh my God. Like driving past my parents' old high school on Ridgeway Avenue in Rochester, New York, there's still that nuclear fallout shelter sign like plastered on the side of the wall. You know what I'm saying? Remember all the drills? Okay, what the hell good was getting your kid under a desk gonna do? If a bomb hit fucking Rochester, New York.
It's going to blow up if you don't get under the desk.
First of all, why the fuck would anybody target Rochester?
It's like COVID, bro. It's like throw a mask on,
Oh my God.
Get 6 shots a year. Protect your family. Like it's all fear tactics.
Dude, we were watching Billions last night and we're in like, I don't know, whatever season 2020 must have been. And they all got their fucking masks on. I'm like, oh my God, look at how stupid that looks. Look how fucking dumb that looks. They're all sitting at their desk with a fucking mask on. Oh, we're so stupid, bro.
Bro, we breathe out carbon monoxide, right?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide, I apologize, right? And we breathe in, right? So we basically have a synonymous relationship with trees and the way we breathe.
Of course.
We're breathing in what's not good for us when we throw a mask on.
Oh yeah.
What we exhale.
Yeah, it's waste. It's your natural waste.
Breathe that back in. Like, come on, dude. That's like throwing up and then using that as your food.
Yes.
But you're not going to get a virus.
We're not a dog.
Like, it's absurd.
You're not going to get the common cold.
So everybody's So okay. But listen. Yes. Do I think there could be chaos, like some type of war chaos? Of course.
Yeah. Okay. So back to it though. Okay. What is the next step after these last 6 presidents? I just explained to you the major things that came out of their presidencies. What is the next step, bro? What does that look like? Do we even have the 2024 election?
Well, clearly, if you've heard of one world order,
Yeah,
right?
New World Order,
Yeah. And clearly, if you subscribe to that theory, it's the purpose is to create a one world government, right? So, and scaring people enough to the point to where there's one governing body that's the decision maker for the world, and we're all going to live peacefully together. Maybe that's the purpose,
You think it's got to get a lot worse before it even gets better? Do you think it ever gets better? Less freedom or more freedom?
I'm pausing. I want to give you a thoughtful answer.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as doom and gloom as people think.
Okay. Explain.
Well, because number one, I don't think there will ever be anyone on American soil. Number one, I mean, with an infantry.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Rogue terrorist attacks, etc. So, but where do I think? I do think next year will. If you want my prediction, yeah, I think there's 2 to 3 months of some serious war.
Over there or here?
In the Middle East in general.
Okay. What do you think happens here if Trump is the nominee and he runs, and it's clear as day that he's carrying the momentum and loses again to Joe Biden? What do you think happens here? This time, do you think people fucking riot, like the right goes BLM Antifa and starts rioting, burning shit down? Basically making January 6th look like a fucking
It's interesting because
parade.
I'm thinking like a global elite.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so that's when you ask me these questions,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk through my perception.
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk through perspective.
Got it.
And when I talk through perspective, and I really try to do this, by the way, all the time. So I think that if I was in the global elite, I might have to give us a win right now. I might have to give, the people a win, and that might be Trump temporarily.
Yeah.
They might have to hit the pause button. Hey, they're letting on to us right now.
Yeah.
We're going to have to put the pause button on our plan for 4 years, but then what we'll do is we'll corrupt. He'll do a good job for 4 years, and then what we'll do is corrupt a Republican, and they'll think he's going to do a good job, but actually he's working for us. I don't know. I don't think it's as doom and gloom as people think, because the number one, it goes back to you, dude. Like the one thing that they cannot have that is a revolution.
Yeah. Well, right, because they'll lose badly.
Yeah, it is anarchy.
Yeah.
Is true anarchy. Like, nope, we're not listening to the government anymore, right? Because this goes back to this too. Dude, there are people in the military, I promise you, that wouldn't go along with orders.
No, absolutely not.
Right? So it's a delicate balance. I don't think it's as doom and gloom as people think.
But what I want to know is what's the spark that lights that off? Because
they don't want that to go off.
Oh, I want that to go off.
They have to push well, that's my point. I'm thinking like a globalist.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm at the top of the food chain.
I'm following you.
So how do we
get there?
Well, unfortunately, that would be a good decision for someone like you to set something up.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. No, it needs to be a group. But how do we get there? Because I'll join it, but I ain't going to start it.
You know what's interesting is this is what it would take. I hate to say this, and it's really an ugly statement, but when you see these beheadings overseas and stuff on video, it's really different. I think if people saw something like that here, down in Coconut Creek, Florida, and there was video of something horrific being done to a 7-year-old boy, if it's here, that might be the thing.
Okay.
That it has to come onto our soil some sort of way. I think that's because when you, and I'm not saying like it hurts me to say this, but when you see someone that doesn't look like you, people don't identify with it as much. It's not as hurtful when they see it, a slaying in Afghanistan or a slaying in Russia. Yeah. But if it's in your community, then it's fight or flight. Well, and I don't think they'll ever allow that to happen because they know it. They know that's what would create anarchy. So they can't so they can keep pushing the envelope, but that's where they can't take it. I really believe that.
Yeah, I mean, my head goes to the Parkland shooting. I mean, we've seen kids get slaughtered by other Americans. It has to be an atrocity committed by a government employee, kind of like the George Floyd thing, right? Because that was a fucking spark on their side, like crazy. Yeah, man, I don't know. All I know is we need to either nullify whatever. It's called abolishment, or basically we just ignore them. Like the taxes. Taxes are a fucking scam. The whole thing's a joke.
It's funny because you got to realize. So, and I don't know where you live listening to this clip, and where you where you stand is based on where you sit.
Yeah.
And if you live in a certain area of the country, you're going to more likely believe one thing over another. If you are in a certain financial situation, you're going to believe one thing over another. But I'm telling you right now, if you've never been to the state of Texas and talked to some of these small town people like I do in business all the time,
Yeah.
they're not playing, dude.
No.
They're not playing.
Yeah.
Like there's no so there's Texas, Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, there's a force to be reckoned with.
Sure.
And maybe there is a day. I don't. Do we become separate nations? I don't know. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, I've talked to a couple of friends of mine that are one in specific who is a PhD. One of the smartest people, probably the smartest person I've ever met.
Does Texas to Florida become
pretty much South Carolina would be included, Georgia would be included,
the freedom country or something?
Mississippi. Who knows what the fuck they'd call it, but
Carolina.
that is his ultimate solution. It's a dissolution of the United States. It will no longer be the United States of America. You'd have nation states, kind of like Europe.
Right.
Where like you were just saying, basically Texas. So you'd probably put Arizona in there too. Yeah, Arizona all the way to South Carolina, whatever that line is, and south.
And if you don't want to be there, we'll pay for your relocation to the other.
Fucking see ya.
Yeah. How about that?
Get out. I'm all about that. Because think about it, man.
I'll pay for you.
Between Texas and Florida and Georgia, it's a self-sustaining nation, bro. It really is. We don't need the Northeast. There's nothing up there. There's no natural. The only natural resources coming from the Northeast are natural gas. It's not oil. You know what I mean?
It would take a year to figure it out on paper with finances and resources, and
I think it's pretty fucking straightforward. Florida has a $22 billion surplus. New York has a $23 billion deficit.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? We don't need that. We don't need it.
Your area, your country can pay for that. We're not going to. Go ahead.
You guys want to do all the fucking social welfare and all this bullshit that doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help anybody achieve independence or the American dream. It doesn't. I mean, come on, man. We're safer in Florida. I mean, crazy to say that, right? Because of all the shit we see on the news every day. But have you noticed, I don't know if you've noticed it, but since Governor DeSantis passed the constitutional carry, the news reports aren't so crazy anymore.
No, I haven't noticed that actually.
Have you noticed it?
Yeah.
It's not like roving gangs of teenagers mugged 60 people at the Boca Raton Mall today. No, dude, we haven't heard anything like that since like 2018. It's fucking nuts.
Well, if you saw a guy 5'8", 142 pounds,
yeah,
and he said something nasty to you, and you're like, dude, those are fighting words, bro. Then he tells you, I'm a UFC gold champion.
Well, what about it?
You probably ain't gonna fight him.
No, I'm gonna fight with that.
It's deterrence, right? So it's like that's my point with guns. The possibility of getting shot or your ass whooped
much higher.
Yeah,
much higher. Yeah. So, dude, I don't know. Our country's in a fucking weird spot, man. But that's 30 minutes on that. Let's talk about.
I'm more optimistic. I just want to leave with this. I'm more optimistic than you think. Now, a lot of that has to do with I'm becoming very spiritual, and I'm not saying it's. And I'm not saying this like I'm praying to an invisible person every night, but I do believe I have a soul, and I do believe we have the ability to. People talk about manifesting. I do think that we have the ability to influence our future, and I'm more optimistic. I really am. I really do think things could get really ugly for a little while, but I think there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Really. My take is we have to dissolve the United States of America.
Yeah, I like that. I can get on board with that.
Let's ultimately.
What are we going to call this? What should we?
I don't know. I got no idea.
Break the states.
Oh, I like it. Hashtag break the states.
Hashtag break the states.
Now that movement will come.
You heard it here first.
That movement will come. But it has to get worse. It does. It has to get much worse before that's even considered. Now. The crypto market, speaking of like financial stability, Bitcoin was touching 37K all week long, bro. Again, our little text session last night, you mentioned Chainlink. And you're like, buy Chainlink. All right, bought 100 Chainlink last night. And I woke up this morning, it was like $1.10 higher than where I bought it.
Yeah, it's great.
So what's your take on the crypto markets, outlook, forecast?
Well, and once again, I am not an expert. I observe. I don't want to say I observe. I do my own research. Now, I am not that intelligent when it comes to this space, but I do know, I'd say I know more than 95% of people, but I don't know what the top 5% people know, But basically, so you have to think of all the stuff that you use today, everything from Amazon to payment systems to Google to, just think about a URL address, www. What is that? Right?
Anything that transfers data.
Yeah. So Web 3.0 is fastly emerging, and a lot of these cryptos and summer companies are going to they're going to have a huge place. So Chainlink is huge, and I don't think people realize this, but Chainlink connects everything. Yeah. Okay, so Chainlink is the Google of crypto. Okay. Now, here's the fascinating thing. There are, like, if you're familiar with Ethereum and Cardano, ETH or ADA, right? Mm-hmm. They're, to my knowledge, I could be wrong. They're basically competitors, right? And they are what would be like, what am I, when you type in www into the internet, what is that on? That's on something, right?
Servers,
right? So that, like, you would build things on Ethereum.
A server. Sure.
Okay?
Oh yeah, right.
On Ethereum.
Right. It's a blockchain platform.
So they're competitors, and some people think that, Cardano could pass Ethereum one day. And actually, Ethereum has been really slow this year.
Yeah,
but it just popped today.
Pretty flat.
Popped today.
I didn't
Popped
notice.
today. I haven't looked at it recently. I think everything went up and might come down a little. Anyway, but here's the thing: there is not a single competitor in sight for Chainlink right now. So this might be like investing in Google in 1998. I really believe it.
Nice.
I really believe it. Okay. And the day one of these financial groups comes out and endorses it, dude, it's
over.
50x overnight.
Oh yeah,
easy,
instantly.
Yeah. And that's not a scary one. I don't even know how much it is. $15 or something.
Yeah, it was like $15.30 before I left to come here.
So so Chainlink is one I would definitely get. It's not alt season yet, by the way. No, alt season always occurs. Now listen, if you look at the pattern of crypto, typically alt season comes when Bitcoin tops out.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, yeah, because everybody's taking their Bitcoin profits and putting it into the smaller ones to get an even bigger pump.
Exactly. So we're not there yet.
Okay.
We're not even close to, but these cycles could be changing.
Where's the top, bro? Because the resistance point was 37,990.
Yep.
It was $10 shy of 38. Is 38,000 the resistance for some reason?
I haven't looked at the resistance levels, but the thing is a lot of these technical analysis people, dude, they're going based off of past, right? And so there's a 75% chance that, the last time this pattern looked like this, that there's a 75% chance that it's going to look like this again, right? So they're just betting off of the history, okay?
Yeah.
So, but a lot of that can be thrown out the window once these, you got to realize, take the endowments, Harvard, Yale. I mean, tens of billions of dollars.
Yeah.
University of Rochester.
It's a big
is $1 billion, maybe $2 billion. I don't know, right? Dude, think about 401ks. There's like $8 trillion in 401k. Think about all of the what is it called when firemen and policemen have their funds? Pensions. Think about all the pensions, right? Yeah. So imagine when this happens. All the pensions, all the endowments decide, we need 1% exposure to Bitcoin.
Oh, man. Wow. Yeah.
Imagine when they go.
That's trillions into the market.
Imagine when they go, wait a minute. I'm looking at, S&P is, what percentage? And then, wait, hold on. Government bonds yields are what? Wait, Bitcoin's been what?
Yeah.
Year after year. And now BlackRock's endorsing them. Yeah. I think we might need 10% exposure.
Yeah. And then that's deca trillions.
And we can't predict when that's going to happen. That's my point. So it's like you can look at the cycles, but I'm going to say right now, 2026, Bitcoin might hit $1 million.
Yeah, I was looking at it today. I forget the name of the site, but it said 2032 was 1.1 million. You can see it. You can definitely see it because it's about scarcity, bro.
But here's the trippy part.
Yeah.
It'll come back down to like 250.
250,000.
Yeah, so I think so. Just imagine this: the day it actually hits 100, how many people sitting on like 10,000? I'm just giving up when it's 100, dude. When it hits 100, I guarantee you, it goes to like 102 and then comes down to like 58.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
Everybody's just taking profits.
Yep. But I think crypto is. I got a top 10. You know what I should do? I should share them.
Yeah, do it.
The ones that I've invested in, and I've invested in, but they're.
Do it.
You know, listen, you can try to do 100x or 1,000x and all these things, but that's fine. Like that's just gambling.
It's gambling, yeah.
But there's like, if you invest in Google and Apple and Microsoft, like what's happening is there are some established cryptos now that are going to be the dominant players. And this is your opportunity to invest in Amazon, Google, and Apple before they even became relevant. So don't. And they're just going to try to scare. Just listen, I promise you this. There's going to be shakeouts. There's going to be all the news is positive about crypto right now. And you see all this positive stuff. And there's going to be, it's going to soar. And then there's going to be something negative comes out. And people are going to sell. And then all the players behind the scenes, the 79% people that haven't sold their Bitcoin are going to buy all of your stuff from you that you didn't have diamond hands.
Yep, the balls to hang on.
To keep, yeah.
Yep. Huh.
Buy and hold.
That's interesting. No, dude, I've been playing with this stuff since like 16, 17. And at one point I have 78 Ethereum.
Wow.
Did you know that? I didn't tell you that. Yeah, I bought it all at like $300. Fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be a huge chunk now.
There's stories. Dude,
Chainlink, I had Chainlink under $1, bro. Way under $1.
I saw this story. This one guy, someone gave him, I can't remember what it was. Like, I don't know. It was like 100 Bitcoin
for a pizza.
Well, no. It was it might have been like 500 Bitcoins, and it was on a Nano S Ledger.
Yeah.
And
he went through the dump.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
The car dump.
Yeah. It was in like Europe, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. Just got tens of
just
millions.
looking for his fucking hard drive. Proverbial needle in a haystack, but dude. That was like $1 billion when that happened.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
$1 billion, bro.
Listen, would you jump in the damn garbage for a billy?
For $1 billion?
Bro, I would sniff it. I'd get it. Just
I'll
eat the garbage.
You mean if I eat this rat, I can have $1 billion? I don't care. I'll do it.
How nasty would you get for a billy?
Pretty fucking nasty.
Nasty?
Bro. Yeah.
Like nasty to the point to where like you would feel bad about yourself.
I would never feel bad about
like
myself
your integrity
with $1 billion.
Like, what would you do something on camera on national television for a billy?
Let's go. What do you want to do?
Well,
yeah, no, I don't think there's much I
nasty.
wouldn't do for a B.
Yeah, as long as it didn't hurt me, just don't hurt me.
Yeah,
but I'll lick whatever you want.
Oh, you could take a finger.
Yeah.
You'd lose a would you lose a pinky toe? For a B?
Pinky toe?
Yeah.
I'll break it off myself.
Fuck yeah, let's go. Give me the pliers.
For a billy? Show me the billy first. Show me the billy.
It better be a fucking bank check.
Don't fuck with me on this.
Yeah, give me. Yeah, because I'm gonna chop it. I'm
gonna fucking do it.
It's gonna go. Oh my god, that's funny. Dude.
Speaking of that leads into this. So, so I've been doing this cold plunging lately.
Oh yeah.
And I'm really, dude. I was 285 pounds was my heaviest. I'm down to 247, dude. There's a chance
Congratulations, brother.
And there's a chance I'm like 244 for 245. I haven't stepped on the scale this week, but I'm really trying to take care of my body. So I'm exhausting all these options. And, I've done cryotherapy a lot. I don't do it enough, but I really love the results it gives me. And so my gym, shout out to Johnny O's here in Boca, they got a cold plunge, and he had been asking me, yeah, we're going to flip-flop soon.
Yeah.
He had been asking me to try it. So now I've been doing it, and I'm obsessed. So when you lay in this motherfucker.
Yeah. How cold is it?
41 degrees. Okay. Now you don't realize, and thank God for Johnny, because he's a beast. Bro.
Yeah,
He's the man, right?
I gotta meet
He's
that.
like coaching me through it. He's
I gotta
like,
meet
"All
that guy."
He's like, breathe. Make sure you breathe. Don't let it take control of your breathing. You keep control of your breathing. So I hop up in the cold plunge, and dude, I swear in my life, all I was thinking was,
Don't die.
There ain't no way in hell I can do this for 3 minutes.
Really?
No way in hell. I'm
Wow.
about to jump out this fucking thing right now. And I was really contemplating it, and I was like fighting with myself mentally. He's like, breathe, breathe, breathe. And he's just like, and after about 30 seconds of the worst decision of my life, after 30 seconds, it's trippy, dude. I was like, I cannot believe I can handle this.
Yeah.
And I did it for my first time, 3.5 minutes. They say go 3 to 6 minutes. And so now what I've been doing, I've been doing it, and no matter what, I dread those 30 seconds.
Oh, I bet.
Dread it. I'm like,
So the first 30 seconds, you're like, motherfucker.
awful.
Yeah.
Like, and I dread something that I love to do. Think how crazy.
That's
that is.
crazy.
It's a wild feeling. So you know what I did today? This is, I threw on some David Goggins.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, you know who David Goggins is?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got this one where he's talking, you know, the one where he's like, who's gonna carry the boats and the logs? Have you heard that one?
Yeah.
Huh? They don't know me, son.
Yeah, they don't know me,
They
son.
don't know me, son. And I had that in there, and dude, it helped me get through those 30 seconds like crazy. So now I've been listening to David Goggins, and dude, I go in there fired up. Like now I'm ready to do it.
Let's go.
And I did it for 4 minutes today. But dude, I'll tell you this: if you've never done cryotherapy or cold plunge, I don't even do it for the recovery physically. It does something to my psyche. Like the euphoria I feel, the sustained energy I feel.
Is that right?
Here's the trippiest part. Dude, I'm horny as hell. It's like, I don't know what it's doing to me, but it makes me, dude, I get out of the plunge and I dry off and I'm just ready to
Let's go.
just thrust.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
I know I'm a sicko.
You're a sick person.
Yeah, I know.
I love you for it, though. Wow. So does the little cryo chamber, kind of do the same effect? Or?
It does. It does. It never has that, what the hell am I?
Shock
Never.
factor? Yeah.
And what it is, so if you go in there for 3.5 minutes, do you want to go one day?
In the plunge or the cryo?
Either or cryo.
I'm going to try the cryo first.
Let's go do cryo. So it's you get in there and you're like, ooh, it's cold, and it like grabs
it
you.
up,
You're like,
yeah.
oh, get me out of here, you know. But this one is,
Dude, I don't like getting into a warm pool. Dude, like the shock to my body sucks.
bro. When next podcast we do, let's go. I got a cryo place right over here. Let's go in it, and then we'll talk about it.
Let's do it for sure. Yeah, no, I'm in.
That'll be fun.
Because I've been struggling with soreness. So, okay, so that's what it does for you. That sounds awesome. Similar experience with stretching, right? So for probably 40 something weeks, I've been going pretty hard at the gym 5-6 days a week. Right, consistency is key. And, I started, if we're looking at my little Renfo scally thing here, I'm 241, and that was, last time I measured was October 25th. But if we go back to the trends, like, look at that, dude. I started at 219. December 4th. Yeah,
beast mode.
Yeah. So I put on 21 pounds. 21 pounds. Most of it's muscle, dude.
For sure.
It's fucking crazy, dude. It's not even been a year. So about 40 weeks. There's a couple weeks left. I think there's 7 weeks left.
Did you ever, quick question.
Yeah.
Did you ever hit it hard like this in your life before?
No, never.
So everybody knows this in the workout bodybuilding space.
Yeah.
Your first year is your
Massive growth.
yes, because your body is just like, what the, it has to respond.
Oh, then
that's cool.
We got Mr. Penny.
You throw that on top too. Yeah, you're Gucci.
Dude, throwing that on, it's like
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
wild.
I would argue, and you're 43, so I bet that the first time workout guy at 43 is different than 19.
Oh, dude, if I was 19, I'd be 250.
Yeah,
easy.
for
No
sure.
problem. And I kissed 250. I was 249 for a minute. And then
Whoa.
and then I got off the MK, bro. Look.
Bro, we're about to flip flop here.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And
for
I got
sure.
an inch at least in height on you too, don't I?
Yeah. See, there you go. This says 247. 247.8.
You dead ass. You know what? We're close. We're gonna.
Yeah, no doubt. But you're taller than me. How tall are you?
With my shoes off, I'm exactly 6 foot. People think,
Okay, so you're almost, dude. I feel like you're 6'3".
people do think I'm taller. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm 5'11", but I feel like I'm 5'6". It's weird.
Yeah.
It's fucking body dysmorphia. Anyway, so right. So my entire life I've played baseball, softball, all that shit. We've covered that in plenty of podcasts, and I haven't really picked up. I picked up a softball bat once since 2019. Right, so my neighbor's like, "Hey, bro, I play co-ed. You want to play?" I'm like, "Yeah, what nights?" It's like Fridays. I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." Dude, I have never been as sore because he goes, "Oh, go play shortstop for us." And I'm like,
I don't know.
I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." Because, natural shortstop. That's what played baseball. That was my position in baseball up to varsity. And then I moved to the outfield. But anyway, dude, I've never been this sore. And I couldn't shake it, bro. I could not
Legs,
shake it.
hips, what was it?
Everything, dude. Legs, hips, knees. Like there's like a muscle in my lower abdomen that, I found out yesterday that's connected to your quad. So I've been going like real heavy.
Hip flexor?
No, it's right here.
Oh, okay.
It's like above your pelvic bone.
Okay.
But all of this is connected to your quads. So now, like the fast start running, right? Because I'm smoking the ball. Like I'm hitting better than I've ever hit before because my upper body's so strong.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm hitting fucking laser beams that do not hit the ground and hit the fence. Just whap. And it's rocket ship style shit. But anyway, you got to run, right? So I'm running and I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking terrible. Dude, I'm laughing. We're having a beer after the game, and I'm just like, holy shit. Like, I can't believe it. And I couldn't shake it. And a buddy of mine in Orlando, last time I spoke with him, he's like, yeah, dude, I quit corporate life and bought a Stretch Zone franchise. And I'm like, what the fuck is Stretch Zone? And he's like, we stretch people. It's like a physical therapy stretch type of franchise, dude. It's like Massage Envy for stretching, which is fucking brilliant idea. And dude, I went to the chiropractor to try to loosen up my lower back and all this shit. And not really there, right? Like the neck crack, it helped my shoulder issue again, but my lower back was just like super tight. So I make the appointment. I go there yesterday, bro. And I'm like, okay, what is this about? Dude, there's like straps on the table. And this big, huge dude named David is stretching my ass. Bro, like he's stretching shit in my like lower body that I don't even know exists.
Yeah, that's nice.
He's like, oh, you feel that between your femur and your thing? And I'm like, what? Bro, like even my knee ligaments are like a noodle. Bro, I walked out of there like, like it was awesome. I signed up on the fucking spot. I said, how much is this? So it's about $200 a month, $50 a trip. I said, every Wednesday? He goes, yeah, I'm in.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, tremendous, dude. If you got any sort of stretchy need, they just take you to a different place. Like you can do body weight, stretch, yoga, all that shit all you want. This is a whole other.
Yeah, because they take your. There's just certain ways you can't move your body.
No.
I got a story for you. I don't even know if I told you about this. And I'm sorry. This is not an indictment on the business. This is just. It's not even an indictment on the person. It's just a story.
Yeah.
I'm just stating the fact.
Yeah.
I was getting stretched out a lot, enjoying it.
Yeah.
And you know me, dude. I'm a Republican, but I'm technically a libertarian, right?
Yeah.
So, when you come from a single mom who needed food stamps at one point, but the difference is she got her nursing degree.
Of course.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. She used the system as it was intended.
Exactly.
Right.
So of course I have a soft side for certain entitlements and social, socially I'm actually pretty liberal, right?
Sure.
So, but my thing is so I'm not like a political rager, I'm not someone that's argumentative about it. In fact, I'm very reasonable, but I had a Let's Go Brandon shirt on.
Nice.
I just grabbed a shirt out of my, it wasn't like I was making a political statement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know where this is going. This is awesome.
And I walk in there and, there's a couple people getting stretched and everything. And then this woman, and this is the craziest part. I had built up a great relationship with her and like,
oh no.
And she knows my attitude. I'm not, you talk to me for 5 minutes, I'm not crazy either way.
Right.
I'm a Republican. I vote Republican. And I think we all should, because I think if you can't get the money right, you can't get anything right.
Can't get nothing right.
That's how I feel, right?
For sure.
So she said, "Oh, Eric, do you mind? I don't know, turning that shirt on inside out, or go to the bathroom or something, and turn the shirt inside out." I'm like, what am I, dirty or something? What am I smell?
Yeah. What's up?
And she's like, "Well, it's a political thing. It's a political thing." And I, you know me, dude. I'm pretty chill, man. I was just like, my thing was, I was like, oh, do I just go take my shirt off and whatever?
Nope.
And I said, no, I'm actually not gonna change.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do that. I said, I'm just respectfully gonna
decline
and cancel my membership here, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't, dude. My thing is this. I don't care if you have a "I hate Donald Trump" shirt on.
Doesn't matter.
I could care less. I could care less if you said,
I just laugh at you.
F all Republicans.
Right,
I don't care. Like, my thing is, I just don't want to be asked to change my clothes.
Don't censor me.
Yeah, that's all. I
Don't do that.
So, and once again, I'm not trying to indict this business at all, but I just thought it was a cool story to tie in with.
Yeah, and you had told us that. You've told me and the wife that.
Hey, you know what I did?
What?
You know what I did?
Did you cancel it?
No. They called me apologizing so much.
Of course.
And you know what I said? They said, "Yeah, we'll refund you." I said, "Actually, don't refund me.
I don't want to."
I said, "I want you to take that money," and I said, "I want you to
donate it to the RNC."
I said, "Buy your staff a nice lunch."
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And donate it to the RNC. That would have been hilarious. Yeah. But dude, just stay out of people's business.
Yeah, mind your fucking business, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just leave me alone. And
Unless the guy with the fuck all Republican shirt comes up and gets in your face, I don't give a shit.
If I came in there with a fucking, automatic weapon, I got a mullet
Or a swastika on your shirt or
I'm
something.
barefoot,
Right.
I'm cussing people out, like,
Right. You're minding your own business.
don't tell
dude.
me to do shit.
Shut up.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's an hour, bro. That's pretty good.
What time is it?
1:53.
All right. Let's do this. We got a couple minutes.
Okay. The bill stuff. Yeah, we didn't get to that. Okay, guess what? Fuck you, Ken Dorsey. Yeah, there. I said it. Okay? You got to go, bro. But I'm conflicted because I'm also watching things that Josh is making really bad choices. The fucked up part is that guy still leads the league in almost every meaning.
QBR.
Almost every meaning.
Number one.
Yeah, bro. Every meaningful category.
Now, when you say bad choices, do you mean on the field? Or you think,
No, the reads he's making are wrong. He's making the wrong reads. And I watched that before I came over here. And that was my sneaking suspicion, right? So between, you got to think about this, Eric. He was rejected his entire life, right? Like Fresno State. He wanted nothing more than to play college football at Fresno State. They told him no. Junior college, then he only had two, right? Which was Wyoming and North Dakota State. And then, he goes in the draft, 7 overall to Buffalo. We embrace him because that's what the Mafia does. Dude starts lighting shit up. Okay? Now, all of this. Now, imagine. Think back to when you were 26 years old. I didn't know shit at 26 years old.
I was still a kid.
Okay, right? You know football. That's what you know. Great. Now, imagine you're from a small town, Rochester, which we are. Okay. And you had the same girlfriend since high school. And then all of a sudden, Eric gets very famous and is very good at his profession. And then the national media starts falling in love with you. Then you're in the Verizon commercials. Then they cut you a fucking check for $258 million.
And the baddies are all over
and
you.
the baddies are all over you. Okay. And then in the off season, you decide to break up with your girlfriend and go hang out in Hollywood and start dating a Hollywood starlet. Like, dude, do you understand where I'm going with this? The shift between cantaloupe farming son to international, yes, I said international fucking superstar with a Hollywood girlfriend. Literally within 8 months.
But here's the problem with your argument. This is why it's flawed. Wow. Deeply. Number one in QBR.
It's not fucking deeply flawed.
Number one in QBR.
It's not what I'm saying, dude. His physical talent is there. His mental acuity is not as sharp. You got to agree with that, bro. He's making terrible fucking choices on the field.
I think he makes. I think the Jets game he looked terrible.
Terrible.
And he was ready to. He wanted to score 45 points on that defense
100%.
and beat Aaron Rodgers. Like, no,
100%.
I'm Josh Allen. This is my house, right?
That's right.
I get that, and I'm actually okay with it because he recovered. I feel like the rest of the year he started
Nicely.
sliding,
Right.
started throwing the ball away,
Yeah.
but he's still going to make one bad decision a game.
Right. And that's what you get with Josh Allen. I get it.
He is not the problem.
I'm not saying he's the problem. Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dorsey's schemes are not allowing these guys to get open, okay? A. B. It's the same offense, bro. So, like the Patriots interception, Josh has burned them on that same play 3 times. Patriots prepared better. That fucking cornerback saw it, recognized it in his own words, and said, yeah, I seen that play on tape 5 times. And just backs out of it and fucking picks it out, picks the ball off. So it's different. It's just not a good fucking combination between Dorsey and Josh's new fucking lifestyle. His physical is still there. Yes, he's still a very elite quarterback, but imagine if his head was on straight and we had a really innovative offense. Mike McDaniel might have that guy with 60 touchdowns. Bro. Was that your point on the text thread?
Yeah, it was. Well, so let me just ask you this because we do got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
What is your honest? What's their final record this year? What do you think?
Dude, it's anywhere from 10 wins to 7.
Yeah, if you put a gun to my head right now, I actually think they're going to get 10 wins and sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah.
But, man, I'll tell you what. If they lose against Denver, which is very possible,
It's game over.
I'm saying 7 wins.
If that.
You know what I'm
If they
saying?
lose to Denver,
unravel.
it might be 7.
Now, here's the beauty. What's interesting, they are 4-0 at home.
I know.
You
They're almost unbeatable there.
You know, so do we guarantee ourselves 8 wins there this year? Looking at the schedule now, does it make
It would
you
be
look at it a little
7
different?
because that Jacksonville game was a home game. No, this year they got 9. I'd have to look at it.
But I'm going to predict 10-7. But I agree with you; it could be 7.
It could anywhere from 7 to 10.
Yeah.
Because no.
We'll see. We'll see what they're made. We're going to find out again. That's why we play the games.
100%. Yeah, we don't know shit. We really don't.
I know.
We don't know nothing. We predicted we were going to blow out the Giants.
We're terrible.
It fucking sucks. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Burgers with Eric podcast. You can find new episodes on YouTube on Monday and Spotify on Saturday, or wherever you get your podcasts.